In this video, go through the last 3 bosses in this Haunted Halls for the Lord Zomm event. So we'll start with this one. I'm going to fast forward you guys to actually going to the bosses for this, so we'll save a little bit of time that way. Alright, we just came to our first of the 3 hardest level bosses for this Lord Zomm event. And here, this is just my usual campaign team. Actually, the last time that I battled him, it was just the Blob. I remember, at least. I guess he must come here. But each time he does this, each time you attack the Blob, he does this mitosis and brings on another one of these little minis. Little mini guys here. So they don't cause a lot of damage, don't cause a lot of worry. I'm going to go ahead and use Spreading Panic here. I like to stack as many of the damage increasing modifiers on at one time as I can, and then just pound away. So Fear does a 1.5 increase, and we've all got a buff to our attack right now. So I'm not too worried about the others that are being created. I'm just doing lots of damage and he's almost gone. We'll go ahead with Soul Shred. We should just about finish off. We finished off the boss. And all the other guys too. So, all done. And we get our token. Whole bunch of experience pots. Another one for Lord Zomm. So that's the first of the 3 bosses. We'll go on to the next. Okay, boss number 2 in our series. Technically boss number 4 in the event. We're only doing the 3 here. So this is the big thing to know. You've got to take out Dr. Dwarfenstein first. You don't want to take out the monster. The monster will just be revived, and we'll have extra damage at that point. We don't want any of that business. So we're going to focus on Dwarfenstein. Going to do a little Spreading Panic. Again, get those damage multipliers on. And mark for death. Now, every attack we do should do a ton of damage. Nice hit. We should be able to... We'll just do this one to be safe. We should finish him off. Now, if we had the monster do taunt, then we would have been able to use that Soul Shred ability to remove taunt. We didn't even have to do that in this case, but it would have been easy to do. Here we take a little damage, but without an attack buff, he's not too worrisome. And now we don't have any more buffs, so we're just slowly finishing him off, but he doesn't have a whole lot of threat without that attack buff. So we'll heal up, but otherwise we're just going to auto attack until he's done. Yep. Once you take Wild Swing, if he has the attack buff and he does that Wild Swing, he can easily take out one of your characters. But again, if you know how to do this battle and you take out Dwarfenstein first, then it's just slow but easy. And for the second to last battle in this event, that's not a bad one, pretty straightforward. Alright, it took a little while, as we were barely hacking off any health there at the end, but still an easy battle. it would have been a lot harder if we didn't have King Yorick. Alright, it's time for the final battle. I realize this video is coming out a little late, but I think it'll still be nice to see going through these battles. We're bound to have many more challenging battles coming up as they put out new events. So the biggest key with these two is that you have to kill them at the exact same time. If you don't, either one of them will resurrect the other one. So you've got to make sure that you don't finish a turn where they're going to get, the remaining player or the remaining character is going to get a chance to revive the other one. So to that end, we have a very similar strategy here. We want to stack as many attack buffs as we can and defense debuffs. So we do Marked for Death, and we start with that on Lord Zomm because he has just a ridiculous amount of health. He has much more health than Pontifex there, so we're going to work him down first. We've already got the Goblin Party Dance up, and then I'm going to put on Spreading Panic. I did wait for that first turn so we get a little extra damage now that he's marked for death, and unfortunately this time it didn't land Fear on any of them, which is too bad because it would really make our damage go up by a lot. We've also got Stout Team on our Stout Team buff on our whole team, which adds a little bit of attack and some more defense, and we have King Yorick's buff to our defense as well. So we should be good against at least some of those physical attacks. And even relatively quickly we are pulling down Lord Zomm's health by quite a bit, because he's got what some people refer to as a health shield, additional bonus health, where you can attack him a couple times and it doesn't look like it's actually taking his health down. It is dropping his health, that's just seems to be health that's beyond his bar. I've heard some talk already that when you have him maxed out as your own character, that he's got a very large health shield after you get him maxed at the highest level as well. Someone mentioned over 2,000 health points that are above when he starts to take damage. I've noticed that same kind of effect at times with Chief NubNub, that he can take sometimes a couple light hits and not show any damage on his health bar. So going through here, we're about ready to start shifting over. We now have Pontifex marked for death. We're going to start wearing him down. But this time we don't have the Goblin Dance Party effect on us as well. That Doom Bolt does an enormous amount of damage. Luckily, King Yorick was at full health, so he barely lived through that, but many times that'll take a character out entirely. You have to be careful here. You can't use too many multi-person attack skills, because you'll have a chance to have a critical hit or something and take that other character out. So we're just trying to slowly and methodically work him down. I'm trying to save that Soul Shred skill on Tsumi in case we do accidentally take one of them down and they get that. When they're resurrected, they also get an attack buff. And so I'd want to be able to take that off. So we just lost King Yorick, but we do have both of them down really low. I've got 2 revive potions still left, but at this point I'm going to try to not use them if I don't have to. They're close enough, and King Yorick doesn't do a whole lot of damage. He's already done his buff twice, so we're just going to go for it. Chief NubNub still on cooldown, but pretty quickly here we'll take the Apathy hit, which again does enormous damage, and usually one hits whichever character takes it. Here we're just going to use Resurrection from a friend so we don't have to actually use those revive potions. We've got lots and lots of energy potions, at least I can't seem to use them as quickly as I accumulate them, so I don't mind using those. I do try to hold off on the revive potions if I don't have to. So now we can use that Goblin Dance Party and get that attack buff going again. We won't have marked for death, but we should still be fine. And now that we've got them both down fairly low, we can try to do Soul Shred and finish them both off right here. So they still have a little bit of health left, but you can see they're right on the edge. We do Stout Team. And now, luckily, Tasumi's down to very low health. And so now he can do Spreading Panic. He has the attack buff, and he'll have Savage Fury. And that's enough to finish them both off. So we got lucky that Lord Zomm didn't run away right there, so we were able to still get one of the tokens. You saw that quest come up. But either way, we were going to be able to finish them off in that turn. It's hard because you can't just go all out. I think that's the biggest difficulty with this one. You can't lay all your damage on as quickly as possible. You've got to hold off to make sure that you spread it out and try to take them out in the same turn. Nothing's more disheartening than killing one and having him come back full health and even stronger than before. So that's all we have. That's how you kill those 3, and like I said, that last one is by far the hardest. I hope this video is helpful, and thanks for watching.